Welcome, students. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about advertisements online and how we can identify them and maybe avoid them when they might not be helpful or distracting. So, what is an advertisement? Let's just think a little bit about that for a moment. Why don't you go ahead and get your language notebook out for doing some journaling, and we're just going to do a little bit of writing here. What is an advertisement? Maybe just jot down one or two words that come to mind. Let's see here. An advertisement is a way that a company gets your attention. So if you look at the picture there, you see here are some advertisements for a whole variety of products, and the company that is advertising might not even sell those products. They might just be trying to get your attention. Today we're going to talk about how advertisers try to get your attention, how they can sometimes trick us. When they trick us, it's called clickbait, and we're going to talk today about how to avoid getting tricked by advertising online. It's something that can happen all the time, and it can be really distracting. Which of these headlines would you click on first? So in the discussion today, you have already done just a little bit of writing about which one of these you would click on first. It's kind of funny. They're all sort of funny. And so now I just want you to take a moment and go ahead and record in your journal here, which of these did you choose and why? If you have someone in the house here, maybe ask them which one they would choose and why they would choose it. Go ahead and write down what you and your household member decided or talked about. Try to write one or two sentences if you can about your thinking. The curiosity gap. How does that advertising work? How do they always manage to trick us into clicking on those advertisements? Well, maybe not always, but how can we see them when they're trying to trick us into clicking on it? And how do we know that it's going to be an advertisement and not an interesting article that we want to read? Well, our brain is designed to figure out missing information. That's what makes us be able to solve a problem like 1 + 1 = 2. Your brain knows right away it equals 2 because your brain's designed to fill in missing information. It's one of the things that makes humans so smart. It also makes us easy to trick with advertising. We call that need in our brain to figure out missing information the curiosity gap. We call that the curiosity gap. There's something we already know in our mind, and we suddenly see something new. Our brain automatically fills in the gap. So we can use those advertisements as to kind of illustrate these examples. For example, the curiosity gap might start with previous knowledge about video games. Go ahead and play that video game. Oh, great. That's an experience that I like. I already know that. It might be good for you. That's new. My brain wants to fill in that gap. And so I have a need in my brain to fill it in. So I'm going to click on this advertisement, or I should say I might click on this advertisement if I didn't know better, because I feel like I really want to. I want to know what is missing here. How can playing video games actually be good for me? I want to find out. Or you should never brush your teeth without this trick. Okay, what do I already know? So now go ahead and stop and think to yourself, what do we already know here? What is an experience or something that we can already connect with this advertisement? Now, what is something new here that they're telling us that we didn't already know? Well, I already know it's important to brush my teeth. I know that. But they're saying that there's something new, a new trick that I need to know, and that I shouldn't brush them without it. I gotta know, what is that trick? That's the gap. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this, or I might want to click on this, but if I identify it's an advertisement, I might know better and ignore it. 80% of kids love cupcakes. The new study shows why. What do I already know here? What is something I already like about this, or an experience I can connect to it? What do I want to know? That's the gap. And you won't believe this. The children's story, that's actually true. This is kind of an interesting one. Here I see there's some previous knowledge. I see a picture here that I might connect with something. Okay, I think I know what that picture is. Now you're introducing something new, this sentence here, but how are they related? How are they connected? What's the connection here that I'm missing? I gotta know. We call this clickbait. When an advertiser, someone selling something, uses this trick, it's an image or a headline that tries to get us to click on it for advertising purposes, to buy their stuff. There's a few clues that we can use to figure out whether or not something is clickbait, whether it's just advertising or whether it's an important or interesting article that I really should check out. The first clue is that it seems impossible or unbelievable. For example, think your cat loves you? It's actually plotting to make you sick. Whoa, that seems impossible. I've got to find out more about this. Or it tries to shock you. You won't believe it. This answer is genius. Wow. That feeling in your brain of like, oh, that's so surprising. I gotta know what's so surprising. That is another way of getting your attention and tricking you into clicking on an advertisement. Another clue it might be clickbait is that it refers to a celebrity or a popular topic or something like K-pop group BTS takes selfies, talks selfies and bubble tea. You won't believe what they say. Well, I know my friends at school are talking about this cool group BTS. I want to check this out. Now, is this something that I really need to look at right now? Or can I even tell just by looking at it, is this really an interesting article about this group, or is this just an advertisement? Watch out for that. Those are some clues. So today, I'm going to have you do some writing. You can either work on this on your iPad, or you can write this in your notebook. You're going to select, after this video, you'll select, you'll go ahead and open up the next part of this. It's called What is the Curiosity Gap? And you'll be able to open up this file here to do some writing. And you're going to connect these headlines, or these clues that we have about whether or not it's an advertisement, to the advertisements we saw here. So you're going to go ahead and fill in, how does this headline refer to something you already know? And what knowledge gap does this headline say it will fill? So for example, go ahead and play that video game. It might be good for you. What's something you already know about here that you can connect to it? And what's the other piece that they're saying this advertisement is going to fill that you didn't already know? That is it for this work, and do let me know if you have any questions about it. Otherwise, I look forward to chatting about this at our meeting this afternoon.